I now have to record this for the second time. Trying out a different sport today, trying to be a little bit more cinematic. This is a 50mm lens. I'm not supposed to be recording with this thing, seeing that I'm in such a small room. Alright, but here we are. My name is Somateng, it's back on another video. So, I made a mistake. I still think I'm a beginner cinematographer or video maker. Wow, although I've been making videos for 3 years, progression. I've started from using someone's iPad, editing on Movie Maker to DaVinci Resolve. Now I'm on Premiere Pro. I'm also a photographer. It doesn't need that story, right? What I'm trying to get to, I'm not sure if this mic looks fine. What I'm trying to get to, right? The people who inspired me. It doesn't look fine. It doesn't look fine, but I think we're screwed anyway. The people who inspired me to get into making videos are one, Peter McKinnon, secondly, Jesse Driftwood, right? With these two people, something that I've learned or liked with their stuff, especially Peter McKinnon, firstly, the B-roll, right? He's sort of the king, to say. He's not the king, but I think you know what I mean. He was very good with his B-roll and has taught me a lot of stuff, right? Then Jesse Driftwood as well, camera transitions. That's the stuff that has ruined me a lot. I learned the thing from him. Whoa, sorry. Then the thing from him, and I've been applying it ever since, right? That thing works fine for videos, especially when I make Instagram stories and whatnot, easier transitions and whatnot. But the problem is with in-camera transitions, most of the time it's all about the transition, other than making sure that the subject, you get whatever you want to get in that frame, right? Most of the time you find that the subject doesn't spend the necessary amount of time in frame just because you wanted to what do you call this? It's pen, just because you wanted to pen away from the thing. Oh yeah, most of the time also, if you're gonna, with those transitions, if you're gonna quickly just move the camera, my hands are not showing. If you're gonna quickly move the camera like this, it's gonna be a problem, right? The problem is what I've found mostly, recently I got into this thing of submitting footage for, what's this website? Stock footage, right? Selling my footage and whatnot, and I found I've ruined most of the shots because I was busy. Instead of shooting whatever is in the frame, I was busy concerned with the movement, right? And also this thing, I've been noticing it a lot with Peter McKinnon now recently, that most of his shots aren't even moving most of the time. They're just stable shots of something moving in frame. It's better to have something moving in frame than moving a camera and then missing that thing, right? If something is gonna move into frame, it's better because it's gonna stay for a longer duration of time. And the other thing is, if you're a better editor, you can fake a pen, right? You can fake a camera movement, a transition towards another clip, can just have a mask and then feather the thing and then move the clip, just the position, move it this side extremely fast. Can be easier to do it like that, other than making in-camera transitions, right? This is a mistake that has cost me a lot, right? So I've been hired to do a lot of gigs where the scenery is very good. I have a lot of good footage, but because I was busy moving the camera around, right? Most of the time when I'm in the bus as well, you find that the footage I have, it's a car, a beautiful car, but I was busy being concerned by shoving the camera down and then picking it up so that I could get see the transition going to dark. And then also now in your head you're thinking about the other the other video or the other clip that is supposed to accompany that one, because if you're moving like this, you're supposed to have a clip moving down so that the transition from that one to this one is gonna come into contact, or it's gonna work, right? This ruins your story most of the time. This is what I've seen with myself, because I'm always moving the camera even when I don't have to. If you learn something from these videos, that don't move the camera if you don't have to. Leave the subject to get into frame, and also in camera transitions, try to do less and less of them so that the footage could be usable for a lot of other fields or a lot of other things, right? And this thing of shooting only for this story and shooting only for this video, the footage should be usable a lot of times, right? Multiple times. So if you're shooting it with this whip thing, moving your camera left, right, and center, up and down like that, you may find that the footage might get not usable, unless it's gonna force you to always shoot like that, right? Which is also a problem. It's easier to just wait for things to come into frame. And also, if you're moving, make sure it's in slow motion and it's as slowly as possible, so that you can just cut before the whip if you don't need the thing. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? I tried shooting B-roll without that movement. I think maybe it's at the start of this video, at the end. I'm not sure. We'll see. And that's been so much things with a quick one. I'll see you next. I see you when I see you. That's been it. So much things. Peace.